Another EDATA how-to guide, and today we're going to be looking at product data sheets. So the EDATA Datable creates product data sheets on demand, so there's no rekeying of information, and it takes the information which the manufacturer has uploaded and pushes it onto a PDF, so creating it instantly as soon as you press the icon, and I'm going to show you how to do that. So product data sheets are used by wholesalers to support quotations, or to be using technical submittals or O&M manuals, which are almost exclusively digital now. So it's worth mentioning that if you would like the convenience of creating EDATA product data sheets from within your own ERP system, that's an option. The EDATA data pool has already been integrated with a number of ERP systems, and there's more in the pipeline. So if that's a conversation you'd like to start, please email us at edata@eda.org.uk, and we'd be happy to talk you through the options. For this example, I'm going to use a Collingwood product, and it'll be easy for me to find because remember, EDATA saves your recent search history. So if I just click on the search field there at the top, you can see Collingwood lighting because I've looked at this product data sheet before, and there it is right at the top. And to launch the product data sheet, you need this document icon here. So if I'm sure that's the one I want, I could click that icon and it will appear. But I really want to have a bit of a closer look at the product, so I'm going to click on the heading there, and it will open up all the different data sets in EDATA. But you see up the top right, we've retained the document icon, so you can launch the product data sheet at any point. So I'm going to click that, and while EDATA is pushing all this information onto the data sheet, because it's producing it on demand, nobody is rekeying information, it's worth remembering that EDATA data sheets are in a consistent format, which is really useful for your customers, wholesalers, because if they're considering different products, they will be able to compare like with like. So they're looking at the information in exactly the same place for each EDATA product data sheet. Let's have a look at the data sheet in a bit more detail. So on the top right, you will always have the manufacturer logo, and then there comes some key information from the manufacturer master data. So you will have the product name, the part number, the manufacturer, GTIN code, the range and family, and so on. And then the data sheet will display a maximum of 5 images. And in EDATA, when you look at the Assets tab, the images are in a sequence 1, 2, 3, and so on. So this large image here will always be the one that is at number 1 in the list, followed by the next 4. So if the manufacturer has supplied only 2 images, you will see 1 main image and 1 secondary image. If they've provided more, say they provided 10, you will only get the first 5. Beneath those images, you will see a long description followed by 10 marketing bullet points, up to 10 marketing bullet points. Of course, it's only can feature and only show you what that manufacturer has put in there. So on the next page, which is always the detail that is so important in this sector, we have the technical specification of that product. And that is in the ETIM structure. And by now you may be getting used to seeing this ETIM logo. And that merely is an indication of that's where you'll find the technical information, that all important, what does it do? Will it fulfill the needs of this particular project for my customer? And all those questions that your customers might have and that you want to answer. So you can see this information in EDATA, but also pushed onto this product data sheet. So you have it wherever you can use it just to look up and answer that question over the trade counter. But if you want to use this product data sheet to support a quote or a tender, as I said earlier, then that technical information is right there. And of course, you see it's still got the date. Remember, the date will be on every page. So that's very useful to know when you created this product data sheet. Product data sheets can't contain every possible bit of information about that product. So at the moment, the sustainability and packaging data isn't visible on the data sheet. but there's lots of other really important information there, as we've seen. And there's also further details, which you have here: the product status, the trade tariff commodity code, the date the product was updated, the country of origin, and Collingwood's address and contact details. So you have about everything you'd need on that product data sheet. So I'm going to go back to EDATA. So that's given you an idea of how to produce product data sheets for every single one of the products in EDATA. I'm just going to go back to our main screen. So I hope you found that useful. There's other videos that we're producing in our EDATA how-to guide. And yeah, if you want any help, you know where we are: edata@eda.org.uk, or you can call us on 0203 141 7350. See you soon.